Hi guys, welcome to Mags HD. So Newcastle played Manchester United at St James's Park today, and Newcastle came out on top 1-0 winners thanks to a goal through Matt Ritchie off an assist of Dwight Gale. So we're going to look at the starting lineups for the game, and Newcastle lined up with Martin Dubravka in goal, in a back four of DeAndre Yedlin, Lascelles, Lejeune and Paul Dummett. In midfield of Matt Ritchie, Jonjo Shelvey, Diame and Kennedy, with Jose Perez playing just off of the Dwight Gale up front. And on the subs bench for Newcastle was Caldolo, Javi Manquillo, Isaac Hayden, Mikel Merino, Atsu, Murphy and Joselu. And Man United lined up in their starting lineup with David De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Young, Matic, Pogba, Alexis Sanchez, Jesse Lingard, Anthony Martial, Romelu Lukaku. And on their bench, they had Romero, Lindelof, Marcus, Rojo, Luke Shaw, Michael Carrick, McTominay and Mata. So Newcastle came out all guns blazing at Manchester United, and that is exactly how I wanted them to come out playing against Man U. I didn't want them to go defensive, and Rafa did exactly what I thought he would do. He came out all guns blazing against Jose's Manchester United, and Man U didn't see what was coming. And in the first half of the game, Newcastle completely dominated Man United. Come the second half, Newcastle was still dominating, but Man United got a little bit more control of the game. And in the first half, Anthony Martial got through one-on-one. He had an absolute stonewall chance to score and make Man United 1-0 up, and it was saved by the new man and the debutant, Martin Dubravka. An absolute amazing performance, I've got to say, by Martin Dubravka. He put in an amazing game, and I can see why he was so after by Sparta Prague, and why they really should have been trying to keep a hold of him. But there is a trigger in there to buy him for 4 million, so I hope that Newcastle really do trigger that in the loan contract, because he is absolutely amazing, and a goalkeeper that can get a clean sheet against Man United needs to be signed up by us right now, as what we've got in options of goalkeepers aren't really the best, with Caldolo and Rob Elliott. Obviously Rob Elliott would probably be the best first team option before Martin Dubravka come, but after seeing the game today where Martin Dubravka was in goal, I would say that Martin Dubravka is now our best first team goalkeeper. Of course, Freddie Woodman, he isn't up to the standard of playing in first team football yet, because he's still only a youngster and he's still got a lot to learn. But Matt Ritchie put in an absolutely amazing performance. He was a little quiet at the beginning, but then eventually, come the second half, he did liven up to get the goal. And thanks to Man United and Jose Mourinho on his silly idea of continuing to play Pogba. Even before the game, Pogba had actually went down the tunnel injured, but for some reason he came out and he played until the second half. So a little bit of bravery, at least from Pogba, to go on and continue to play even with an injury, but sort of silly on Jose Mourinho's part, as it kind of cost him in the end, as it was Pogba who didn't get back in time to defend Matt Ritchie's attack, and that is how Newcastle got the goal. So we're going to be looking now at the league table, of course the bottom half and then the top half. So Newcastle started the game in 18th, but now thanks to this win we move up to 13th in the table with 28 points. Now if we pick up a win against Bournemouth in 2 weeks from now, then we can replace Bournemouth in 10th, of course, if the results of Watford and West Ham go our way. And let's have a look at the top of the table, as Man United are now 16 points adrift of Man City. So if Man City win the next 3 games, then they are 100% cemented Premier League champions once again. Now, it sounds kind of familiar, like the last time Newcastle beat Manchester United at St James's Park, as Newcastle beat Man U back in the 11-12 season and that is how Man City won the Premier League title the last time round. So it's kind of history repeating itself once again. But I've got to say 100% Newcastle put in the best performance of the season, and if we can play like this in the remainder of the season, then I don't see why we can't stay in the Premier League, to be honest. But I've been Mags HD. Remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel, as it would really help me out, and I'll see you later.